You missed it yesterday, we were able to confirm that no, Chief Meteorologist Alan Holt is not on vacation. Instead, he's working down in South Padre this week, attending this year's National Tropical Weather Conference.
Yeah, that's a huge gathering that includes meteorologists from all across the country. And we've got Alan live tonight from that conference with some of the tropical topics tackled today. Hey, Alan.
Mike, Leslie, this morning, yes, Phil Klotzbach, we were talking with him yesterday at this exact same time. He released the Colorado State Seasonal Outlook. That's for a way above average season. 23 named storms, 11 of those becoming hurricanes, and 5 reaching major hurricane status. So that was the big news out of here today. Then the topics started shifting around to specialized areas, things like hazards that come along with hurricanes. And today we've got a really smart individual. It's Dr. Cody Fritz. He's a storm surge specialist with the National Hurricane Center. So they're doing a lot of work in trying to really keep people safe out ahead of these storms. So Cody, got to ask, give the people of Corpus Christi a crash course in storm surge.
Right. So storm surge, the wind pushes the water on shore where normally dry ground would be. But in addition to that, it's really important to know that storm surge is a result of many different factors associated with that hurricane, for example. And Corpus Christi and portions along the Texas coast should be no stranger to the sensitivity of storm surge for those areas, especially within the back bays. You can get a quite significant storm surge in those areas.
So something like compare, contrast, the Atlantic side, those eastern states versus the shallower Gulf. Does that have a role in how storm surge acts?
Yeah, super big deal. So in the Gulf of Mexico, you have a very wide, gentle, sloping continental shelf, and that really lends itself to more sensitive region along the coast where you can get more significant storm surge, not just at the coastline, but you can get inland extent. How far inland that water can push can be quite significant as well. And that's a little bit different than, say, your east coast of Florida, for example, where that continental shelf is a little bit more narrow, much more steep. It doesn't lend itself to the quite significant storm surge that you can experience in that Gulf of Mexico.
And you're very experienced in not only with storm surge, but how people interpret the products that you guys are putting out. What's something you're looking forward to implementing this year with storm surge safety?
Last year we implemented a new model to help us predict these extreme storm surge events, and after last season, it really proved to be very valuable, and we'll carry through this hurricane season and onward to really showcase our ability to predict these extreme events and provide that ability to communicate that storm surge very efficiently and also very effectively.
World's experts right here. This is the kind of stuff we get to learn about every year at this conference. We're going to wrap it up, but before we do that, no, stay here, Cody. You guys stay with me. You see the shirts, right? It's this orange color this year. Yeah. Our Izzy, our camera operator's got the orange shirt on. I think we've got a photo I sent of everybody. They do a tradition here where we take this big photo, and it's just a mass of tropical weather weenies out here just learning about the tropics and the dangers and the
hurricanes. I'm glad you brought it up because it is a little weird, right? We're wearing the same, same clothes.
We're good. We're at the beach, so we're going to stay here, send it back up to the studio in Corpus Christi.